Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's video podcast. My name is Jan, Head of Product at MES. It's snowing outside, and you know what that means. It's time for the MES to release highlights winter 2023-2024. And today I have David here with me from the MQC team. Hello, David.
Yeah, hello, Jan. Glad to be here.
It's great to have you here, and we are going to look into the MES Quality Commander, the latest release, which is the 7.3. So I'm really excited what we're going to see today. So the latest release, 7.3, one of the main things we're going to talk about today is the addition of dynamic testing to the data details page. So data details, for those of you who don't really know what I'm talking now about, please have a look at the previous video of the 7.2 where we go more into detail. But data details basically should give you a better insight into your actual findings from the reports and how the quality relates to them. And as you know, we have this data detail page that we're going to look into. And previously we had from the quality assurance part, the static testing. And now, as I understand from this news here, we have added the dynamic testing part, so both of it can be seen in the same page now. So right, David, are you going to show us something like that?
Yeah, correct.
Perfect.
So let's switch to the MQC, the MES Quality Commander. And now you see our showcase in the data details page. And previously, we only had the static analyzers, for example, for MXM, contained in this page. And we now also added dynamic tests. In this example, we have MTest here. But of course, we also implemented this solution for TPT and other testing tools. So at a glance, you can see both MXM and MTest here at the same time. You can see all the results over time in the trend. You can see the heat map that shows here on top the two tools and below the structure of the findings that we got. Of course, MTest has very different types of findings, very different structures. So we can see here when we hover over it with the tooltip that, for example, here for MXM, we have chapters, guidelines, and checks. And for MTest, we have measures and submeasures in this example. So with our new implementation or our extended implementation of the data details, we are able to show different tools next to each other. This is also...
No, I just wanted to ask something because, as you said, these are two different tools and the coloring looks very similar. This is not how the findings actually come out of a tool, right?
Yeah, that's right. So we see here on the top right our result types. So we have passed findings, we have warning findings, inconclusive, failed, review, unconfigured, and missing findings. And these are already the results that are mapped from the tool result. So when we go here in the toolbar, we can switch to the original results and have no mapping. And then we will see the original results where we can see these are a lot of different types of results. And yeah, the heat map gets quite colorful in this case. Sometimes you might want to look at the original results, but normally you will probably, especially if you use more than two tools, want to map these in a way that makes sense for you. This is, of course, customizable by the customer in the quality model.
But it's a nice smart feature to reduce the number of findings and just classify them, how strict, for example, or how severe you would classify certain issues and then make them comparable with each other.
Correct, yeah. Not only can you define how it's mapped, but also you can define the color you yourself want to show. And you can also define an order with a severity, so which finding is the most critical one. So here you see a lot of stuff is purple. This is because review is here classified as one of the worst finding results, and therefore it's the topmost result you see. So let's have a closer look at to MTest. This is newly there for our dynamic tests. And you can see that we have a structure for MTest. And of course, you can see here requirements. You find those from your reports directly here again. And the requirement has a coverage of test case. It has a result. So if a requirement has something connected, a test case or an assessment that failed, then you will see also the requirement failed. Additionally, here we see the status of the requirements. So some requirements here are not yet reviewed. So they are in status review. And then we have the test cases and assessments that are related to those requirements. So you can directly see, here is exactly one requirement failed, one assessment failed, and one test case failed, which all correlates to each other. If we jump in an earlier revision here, we see here the view is a little bit different. We can see here that there is here a warning for the status. If you want to look exactly what this is about, you can still go into the original result or go into the list. And you see here a different number of results.
Right.
Yeah, another way to view this is, of course, the tree map, which we also showed in the last version. But now we don't only have the artifact substructure, which for MTest is not there. Tests are always done on the main artifact, so on the main model, not really a sub part of the model, which is something that we can show for static analysis. But of course, we have the finding structure here. And the finding structure, especially when we reduce it to just one model, can show you exactly which test failed, right? Or which test is in a status that should be considered for. So here you can directly see which tests are defined and how they are currently reporting. Yeah, that's pretty much about our new added or extended features for the data details with our dynamic testing. And now we go to the second point.
Great. Yeah, thank you very much, David. And because I know what the second point is, I see you may have already spoiled a little bit the use case. So because you just showed when jumping back and checking how the data details looked at the previous revision, maybe it could be really interesting to understand what has changed between two revisions. And for this, MQC has a very interesting feature, which is the diff mode, which now also is available for data details. So maybe we can have a closer look at that as well.
Yeah, exactly, Jan. So here we see the diff mode now enabled. This is done through the toolbar here on top. You can click on the diff mode. And if you now look at the trend chart, here I currently have marked this revision, therefore these colors are a bit faded out. You see for each revision how many findings, or in this case not complete findings, there are only the issues currently visible. So everything that is not an issue is currently filtered out. The visibility is disabled. We can change this, but I think most of the times it is more important to see what the issues are. And here we can see in each revision how many issues are new and how many revisions are gone. So are not there anymore. They were solved or somehow vanished in a different way. And this current revision is marked here. And for this revision, we see there are 4 new findings or 4 new issues and 13 issues that were that are gone now. When we look in this status, we have pretty much this information that here 4 failed have been added. They are new, and gone are 4 inconclusive and 9 warnings for this artifact. So we can see this not only for the artifacts, but also for the data sources, and we can see this in the heat map. The color scheme shows how good these additions or removals are. This range from light blue, light green to dark green, and from light red to dark red. And when we hover over a specific cell here, we see how the result has changed. So here we have a minor deterioration. So the result stays the same, it stays failed, but we have now more failed. And in this example here, we have a major improvement. So the result changed from warning to passed. So there was a change in the result overall for this artifact and the status of assessments. And now we have a better state, and we really can see on a glance for in what revision really what has happened, can go from there.
Great. So it's a very nice view to understand where major changes have happened, and then look more closely into them and understand where they come from and whether it's a good surprise or not, right? Whether it's a good change or
correct. Yes. And if we want to look a bit closer, we can have a look again at the tree map and focus on exactly what has changed. And we can also see these colorings here. So what has improved, what has deteriorated. And here with the blue color, what is new? So really what was not there before. Before it was missing. The test is completely new here. So in this example for this revision, 4 new tests were added. So overall that's nice, but the tests of course have deteriorated the results because we also have 4 failed tests in total. And if you want to have an even closer look, you can look at the list and you can see here what exactly these findings are about and get more information about them to solve them.
Great. Well, it looks really like a very powerful addition to MQC, a very good feature to understand my big chunks of data and what's going on in my project. So I'm really looking forward to how this is going to evolve further over this year and what more is there to come. So thank you very much, David, for showing us the news here for the 7.3 MQC. Of course, everybody is invited to test our tool, to have a free evaluation license, and check out the MES Quality Commander. Please just contact us. And we're happy to answer any questions that there may be, and are happy also to make you a demo. Right, David. So I guess we'll talk next time again. Thank you very much.
See you next time. And it was nice to be here again. And have a good day.
Yeah, you as well, and everybody else who is listening to us as well. Have a great day, and see you next time. Bye-bye.